We're always exposing trucking companies for CEOs being scamish.
Right. Yes.
Is this dude a scam? Close your ears.
That's probably the most straight up owner I've ever ran into in over 30 years.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it is a nice office, and I don't get to spend a whole lot of time here. I'm usually down in operations on our asset side, but it's not always been this way. So my very first office, I'm gonna grab a picture real quick here.
Yeah, grab me a picture.
I don't know if it'll show up on the camera or not.
Let's see it.
But my very first office was this building right here.
Yeah.
And the entire building was about the size of this room.
Let's do a quick
Yeah.
intro.
Yeah.
We thought we saw someone in the chrome shop.
Yeah.
I mean, who's this beautiful lady?
So this is my wife, Maria. We've been married 15 years now.
I tell you what. Sit down over there. Both of y'all sit down over there. This is a couples meeting. Jump over here real quick.
Here.
Yeah. Jump over here.
Come on now. Just sit on that one.
Nah, I ain't nobody. Shut the door real quick. Jump in. You can jump in. All right. All right. Look like you love each other. All right. This is
It
behind the
depends
scenes.
on the day.
Oh my god.
Depending on what he did.
Let's talk about this journey because you guys are both my friends, and we've talked about this journey of where people, when they see success, that's all they see. Let's talk about the truth of some hardships, some downfalls. I remember a story one time. I'm gonna bring this up, and you tell me how far you want to take this, where you pretty much were about to lose a contract, and almost had to. I don't want to call it beg for it back, but had to get very strategic.
There was begging in there too.
So we don't have to say the name of the companies or whatnot, but who wants to talk and say a specific time when it was about Christmas, and you guys thought that you had to pretty much let everyone go?
Yeah, so I'll take the lead on this. So, walking around this facility, it's easy to think, oh, they're a massive company and, they got a lot going on. And it's true, we do, but it's not always been that way either. And so several years ago, we had a lot of our freight was concentrated with one customer. And it had been a great customer since 1990. It was something my parents did, and then when I took over in 2000 and I think it's 6 it was with ART and everything, we took it on. It had always been there, and we never took it for granted. But we, at the same time, never thought we would lose it either.
How much percentage of it was your business?
At that time, it was 90% of our business. So when I say it was pretty much everything, it was pretty much everything. So we did an RFP or a request for pricing with them that they put out to trucking companies all over the nation, and we did that. I think it was in October. Was round one. We passed through round one, went to round two, and the eve of Christmas Eve, we got an email from them. So 2 days before Christmas, got an email from them and said, "We really appreciate your business through the years, but unfortunately, we are not awarding you any freight at this time." And I remember I was driving down the road. I actually had stopped because there was a train, and I was going through my emails, kind of cleaning it up, waiting on the train to pass. And I remember seeing that email, and I was so sick to my stomach, I wanted to throw up. I get just going back there, I still get a little emotional about it. It's because I was like, okay, we're done. We don't have anything left. But I knew that there was nothing I could do in the moment because it was towards the end of the day. The next day was Christmas Eve, and then the following day was Christmas. They weren't going to be in the office or anything, and so I decided not to tell Maria or my parents or anything, because it was going to take a couple days before we could do anything. I wanted them to enjoy Christmas, but I knew business was done for us. And so we Christmas Day rolls around. I'm watching kids opening presents and stuff, and I'm trying to be as happy as I can be, but at the same time, I know the next day I have to tell everyone, I think we're going out of business. And so the next day rolls around, and I tell them, like, we sit down, like, hey, I got some bad news. Such and such company said they're pulling all of our freight for the next year. We don't have anything. And so everybody got a little teary-eyed for a second because they knew what I knew, that it was a big concentration of our business. And so it was Maria said, well, that ain't going to work. And so she started calling people. Just every contact
I had contacts to all the shippers and receivers, which some
within
of them
this
were,
customer.
Yeah, within this customer, and I just called them. I was like, hey, it looks like we're not going to be doing any work for you guys anymore.
Corporate.
Or for corporate. And, it was really nice doing work with you. If you could put in a good word for us, that'd be great. We've done a great job for the last 20, 30 years. And one person, he's a local person from here. He said, don't worry about it. I will, put in a good word. You guys have done a great job. I don't have any problem with you guys, and I'll see what I can do. And then maybe a day or so later, I think he calls and he's like, I think I got you guys back in.
He got with a couple of the other plants.
Yep, he called the other plants, and
they all got together and went to that to corporate, which is up in Chicago, and said, hey, you can not award them the freight, but we're still going to keep using them. That's the only trucks we're going to load. And so that was a big thing on their side to do that, because they could have lost their jobs over it. And so corporate came to us and said, okay, if you can drop your price just a smidgen, we'll go ahead and give it to you one more year.
And by a smidgen, it was a lot.
It was a lot, yes. It was a smidgen to them, but it was... at the end of the day, I think we were shooting to make $15 a load. And so, and there was a lot of times we didn't make that. And so, but we knew we had 1 year to reprove ourselves and to dilute down our overall concentration of business. Our goal was to get them down to where we were only doing 20 or 30% of our business with them. At the end of that year, we were still at, I think, 60%. We were trying to diversify, but we couldn't do it quick enough. Luckily, we got awarded freight again. Following year, we diversified enough that we was able to get that down to about 30 or 40%, somewhere in there. And now they make up less than 10% of our total business. But our sales with them now versus back then is up almost triple. So we just we kept plugging at it, and that goes back to that. If you're going through hell, just keep on going. Don't stop. I mean, that's what we did. Yeah. And so people look at us and say, well, it must be nice, but they don't see what it takes to get to that point where they say it must be nice. And just so you know, when you get up on top of the mountain, it's just a bigger place to fall from. So do not ever get complacent to think, well, I'm on top, I don't have to do what I used to do. No, every day, I think it was J.J. Watts that says success is never owned, it's just rented or leased or something like that. I mean, that's true. We have to get up every single day and plug at it. Monday was a holiday for most people. Between Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, I think I worked 26 hours here, and that doesn't include my normal hours. That was just an additional 26.
He's bragging about working a part-time job, guys. I mean,
so yeah, but that's what it takes, day in and day out. And
I think that's some really good advice, because I mean, from this story here, one thing, if possible, is try not to have all your business in one basket. Yes. And number two, definitely don't think that basket will always stay full, because even though you guys were with them and doing great work with them for 30 years, these people are cutthroat. And so, I appreciate that story. So pretty much it sounded like your wife helped save your guys' business.
Oh, 100%.
What's going on, Mutha Truckers? Welcome to Mutha Trucker News. Email us at muthatruckernews@gmail.com. Now, people know we're going to call this like the fighter against double brokering. Me and Jason, we're good friends. We've done numerous videos together about just how double brokers scamming people, and him just doing what he can to give truck drivers information to save them from that. So today, where are we, brother?
We are at our headquarters in Van Buren, Arkansas.
We've been friends, but it's one of those things where I was like, man, does this guy really even have a business? He spends all his time, trying to fight double brokering, So I'm here, and you actually have to go to work.
I do every day. I'm usually here between 6 and 6:30, and I don't leave till 6:30 or 7 o'clock in the evening too. So
and I want to start this and let people really know that Jason and I are friends. This is not a recruiting video. We won't even put the dang address down. I mean, it is general transportation. You could look that up if you are interested. But there's some highs and lows in trucking. And so I think we need to get to the realness of that, right? I mean, how big is your fleet right now?
So I'd have to get with safety compliance on it. We do have around, I think, 70 company drivers. We also have a bunch of owner operators as well. That's always fluctuating. Probably put that number around 185 to 225. So yep.
When someone sees a fleet of over 200, they say it must be nice. But let's walk around and let's talk about some of those losses too, so people know the realness of this.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. With the high of the highs, there's a bunch of lows there, and it's not always been this way, and it's not guaranteed to be this way tomorrow either. So
let's walk in. Yeah, let's walk in. This is nice. So walk us around.
Okay, well, so here we are in our entrance, the lobby, and you'll see a deal over here that says the Science Lab. Just so everyone knows, because I've been asked this a lot, we do not have a science lab. There's some desks in there. It's a training facility for us, and it got nicknamed that because it kind of gives you cold chills like when you walked into a science lab, or at least me. I was never an ABC student for sure. I was in that C range. So.
C minus?
Yeah, C minus. On a good day, I was always praying for to pass. So that's this facility. Let me turn some lights on here.
Yeah.
So we do further education, training, stuff like that in here. It's also kind of our party room, Christmas, stuff like that. We bring people in here. We're always doing cookouts and stuff. So this is where we chow down a lot, to be honest. So
I love it. No, that's
absolutely. Cool. So we'll step into this room first. This will be ART transport. This is our asset sign. So at ART, we haul van, reefer, and flatbed freight. Our company's been in business for about 20 years now. We do a combination of owner-operators and company trucks. We run pretty much everywhere in the continental United States, with the exception of California, and I think most people understand why. So, no offense to California. So, this is some of our fleet managers.
Yeah.
And then also one of our drivers here.
Yeah, I love it.
Robert's over here. We have our safety and compliance, Miss Lisa, keeping us all honest on everything. So we got to make sure we check all the boxes there. We can step out here into our chrome and accessories shop.
Which isn't actually, we talked off camera, which actually isn't even open yet, right?
Correct, yeah. It's open to our drivers, and people can come in, but we're still stocking, getting everything set up on that side. So what we're doing is we have a lot of owner-operators here, and they like to accessorize their trucks. They like to do things. And so that means they're usually either having to go to Joplin to 4 states, which we absolutely love. It's a great location, great place. They have to go to Bells and Whistles over in Oklahoma City. That's 3 hours west of us. Or Empire Chrome, which is over in, I think, West Memphis, another 4 hours. So we're just trying to provide an area where drivers can come in and they can get what they need for their trucks, chrome, accessories, parts, stuff like that. And to be honest, we're putting them at very competitive prices, because with our owner operators, it's not always what you make them. Sometimes it's about what you save them.
Now, since you guys aren't actually open, if a mother trucker wants to come down here, will you at least sell them some stuff?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. We love for them to come by and see us there and everything. Let us know what we're missing too, because we've never owned a chrome shop before. This is new to us. And so come in and, tell us what you like, but more importantly, tell us what you don't like either. What we need to stock, what we need to do better.
I love it. I love it.
And this is actually, and this ain't staged. This is actually my mom and my wife.
I'm going to get in trouble because I have been asked to not have her on this video, but today is her birthday and I can't sing. So team, Jenna, get in here. Let's do it. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Mom. Happy birthday to you. I love it. I love it. Look, I know you don't like being on camera, but how many years in this business, Mom?
Since 1990.
Yeah.
88, me 90.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know, so many truck drivers have a dream of having something like this, and a lot of them in this time and toughness in this market feel like they're losing it. Any words of advice of just how to stay in it?
You got to hang in there, hang tough.
I love it. No, that's great.
That's what we've done.
Yeah, I love it. No,
So-
thank you.
Winston Churchill once said, "If you're going through hell, keep on going." I mean, that's sometimes what you got to do. You know, trucking's a tough industry. It's difficult, but you know, the people that are in this industry are a tough group of people, and so just stay after it. Don't give up. You know, and sometimes you got to take 2 steps backwards, but that's okay. That's fine. Just do your thing and keep moving forward. So
Love it. No, that's great. That's great.
let's go over this way, and I'll show you some of the things that we have for our drivers. And like I said, the facility's not complete yet. We've got it pretty much there. We do have some of the nicest restrooms you'll ever see for drivers.
Wait up, open it. Oh, see if anyone's in there. Anyone in there?
No one's in here.
Okay.
So we like I said, we try to provide them an experience where it's not just like at a truck stop. You know, we want them to come in and feel at home. You know, and that doesn't stop anywhere across the board. Whether you're talking about from the moment we're hiring them on or leasing them on, to our driver lounge, to our chrome shop, to everything. Everything needs to be pleasant. I hate to use this word, but this is what we're going to do. We try to make a safe space, a place where drivers and owner-operators can come and just feel welcome at all times. So.
I love it.
Yep.
No, that's cool. Thanks for having doors for us drivers.
Absolutely.
I love it. No, that's cool.
If you go to your right here, like I said, we're still finishing this up. We've already got 1 washer and dryer in here.
How much the laundry cost?
0. You should not be charged to do your laundry.
I love that. I was testing you, Jason.
Yep. Hey, I mean, in all honesty, like I said, we really try to make things good for them. So in here, we've got some vending machines and stuff like that coming in. We do have this driver lounge. We got a couple workstations over here, coffee, stuff like that. We keep snacks over there for them as well, microwaves.
Nice.
You know, it just, that way when they get in here, and if you notice, there's nothing trucking related in here. We do not put trucking stuff in the driver lounge. They work in their trucks, they sleep in their trucks, everything happens in their truck. When they get in this driver lounge, it doesn't need to be about trucking. It needs to be about something else. Let them just get away, kind of an oasis, if you will. So
Yeah. No, I appreciate that.
Yep. We'll step back this way and go into our shop. Once again, we was talking about trying to save money for our drivers, our owner operators. One of the largest expenses for your owner operators is they usually have 1, maybe 2 trucks, sometimes 3, is their maintenance cost. And so they pull into these shops. It's nothing for them to get hit at $150 an hour, $200 an hour, stuff like that. We actually had one over in North Carolina, got hit at $325 an hour for regular daytime service. This wasn't holiday after hours. It was a scam. We didn't know it going in. The driver didn't know it, but all the same. So our drivers that are leased on to us were at $99 an hour to work on their trucks and trailers there and everything in our shop. And here we literally have everything you'd need to do anything from an oil change to a full overhaul. I mean, our technicians are ASE certified. We try to have the best of everything. We've got the latest diagnostic systems there. We can pretty much hook up and do work on just about anything, whether it's a 1976 Peterbilt or a 2023 24 Pete, or Kenworth, Freightliner, whatever. So
That's good. Look at this truck right here. Dang, who owned this sexy truck? Who owned this sexy truck?
This old piece of truck.
Oh, you better stop with me. I know we talked behind scenes, and
Yeah.
I know you said you might not want to be on camera because I'm just popping on you.
A little too late now, huh?
Yeah. No, I appreciate you for watching the show.
Oh, yeah.
We're always exposing trucking companies for CEOs being scamish.
Right. Yes.
Is this dude a scam? Close your ears.
That's probably the most straight up owner I've ever ran into in over 30 years. I've been driving since 1986. Been through being a company driver, owner operator, and I got to give Jason Decker a big handshake on being upfront, transparent, being down to earth. You don't have to be afraid about approaching him about anything, and he'll tell you in a heartbeat. Just tell me what you're thinking. Tell me what you want. What do you want to know? Good guy.
All right. Was this paid?
No, this was
Blink
not-
twice. Blink twice if you know.
Scratch your head or something.
yeah.
No, he is a good guy. When I came here,
Yeah.
he came right out to greet me, see me, and I really appreciated that. He took the time out.
A lot of presidents of companies don't do that, huh?
Right, they don't.
No, that's cool.
They could care less. They sit in the office or they're out
Yeah.
on the golf course. But this guy came right out, introduced me to everybody. This team, I kind of look at them as my team. This guy here,
Yeah.
these two guys.
I'm sorry, you in the video now. Yes,
These
sir.
two guys here, the guys
Yes, sir.
standing back there.
Yeah. I love it.
They really keep my horse together.
Yeah. So what's the best advice for an owner-operator right now to stay in business in these tough times?
To be flexible and to be steadfast. You have to realize that this is an industry that is like a roller coaster. It has its ups and it has its downs. And you have to have the stamina, perseverance to stay in there. No, it's not always going to be gravy all the time. You're going to have times where you're going to be losing your shirt. You have to have done your due diligence to stay in there and to have backup money or people that will help to back you up. Be with the right company that's going to help hold you up. That's the big thing about companies today. You need to be with a company where I got your back, you got my back. Okay, that's very important, especially in these hard times. Anybody will tell you these times are just they're chaotic.
They very much so
Yeah,
are.
they're chaotic. So as truck drivers, we need to stay together. As truck drivers, we need to stay compliant. That this doesn't mean start doing criminal acts or shady acts. Stay compliant. Do what you're supposed to do. Do your due diligence. Don't be lazy, and just hang in there, and it'll all come out.
I love it.
Okay. All right.
You the man.
All right.
You
There
the man.
go.
You the man. I ain't nobody. Shoot. You the man. All right. You better keep that man around. That's all I say, Jay.
Let me tell you something. I like Marty. He every once in a while a driver comes along that you're just grateful that you get to be a part of his journey, and Marty's one of them.
That's beautiful, brother. That's cool.
100% sure. All right, well, let's step back up front here.
Yeah, let's go.
All right. Maria, go back this way? Gotcha. All right, we'll go back in over here. We'll venture around to our brokerage side as well.
Yeah.
So like I said, this is all our... There's Miss Lisa.
Hi, how are you doing?
That's over our safety compliance.
Quick question for safety for small fleets that want to make sure that they're doing the right things. What's the best quick tip for them?
Watch their hours of service.
Woo! I heard that. Let's go.
Well, not just drivers. We've been very blessed to have a great group of individuals inside the office as well, because you can have good people inside the office and not good drivers. It's never going to work, but vice versa as well. If you do not have people in here that genuinely care about your drivers, whether it's company drivers, owner operators, it's not going to work. You have to be passionate about your people 100% of the time. Well, there's Miss Tina and Marion.
How are you guys doing?
Tina is our accountant, and she keeps me out of trouble, and her as much as possible. Yeah. And this is her daughter Mary, who she's been working here part-time and been helping us with all kinds of things. Everything from ART on the asset side to our chrome and accessories, stuff like that. Really been keeping us up to date on, or getting everything updated on that. So
Sounds like some people need some raises.
Oh, yes.
Hey, let me tell you something. Mary has taken a lot off our plate, and I very much appreciate what she's done. It's been a huge help. So if it had been up to me, it probably wouldn't have gone well. So
Thank you.
notice they're not disagreeing.
Yeah.
All right, so this is our billing compliance, and then also
Hi.
carrier compliance.
How you doing?
We will circle back around here because Claudia right here is she is the one that knows more about the whole double brokering than any of us.
So this is your secret weapon right here.
It is. Yes. Yeah, she is. She's the one I was telling you about. That is she's a bulldog when it comes to a pit bull. When it comes to
She just whispers. She's like, I am a bulldog.
Oh no! Let me tell you something. She before she did this, she was in the Marine Corps, and she has got that tenacity about her. And I would not want to be on the other end of this. So
I heard that. I heard
does a
that.
bang-up
That's
job on
excellent.
that. Yep. So
I'll follow you around. Tell me where to go.
all right, let's head over this way. So this is one of our 3 offices on our brokerage side. We also have an office up in Salt Lake and another one in Lexington. It's technically Richmond, Kentucky, but Lexington is the closest city to it. So over here, we do everything from van, reefer, flatbed, and LTL. This is a combination of sales and operations over here. And all these individuals have been with us for quite some time now. So
That's awesome.
yeah, they're great people. You can just kind of walk down through there and
Yeah,
talk
yeah.
to them if you like.
Sorry, guys, filming. Hide. What's going on? Oh, someone that will talk to me. Tell me the truth. Do you hate it here?
No, I love it.
That sounds so forced. That sounds so forced.
That's what you said yesterday.
Do you love it here?
No, I don't.
I love it.
Love it. Yes, it's great.
That was good.
So, like I said, this is a little bit of everything here. So now we do have quite a few people out to lunch right now. They'll take late lunches because it's one of those things that they're operating more usually off of East Coast time because that's where a lot of the action happens for us. So
Yeah.
yep. So we'll step over this way. I'll introduce you to Zach and Matt. I see people running.
What's going on, bro?
Okay.
How y'all doing?
This is David. Zach. What's going on?
Let's see if he actually knows people's names.
I know everybody's name.
Uh-huh.
Matt and Carolyn. So
Gotcha. You know, and they look shocked because we did not say we were filming. We just kind of turned on the phone. So
that's it. So Zach is our senior vice president of operations. Matt is vice president of sales. And they're the ones that keep things churning over here. So they do a lot better job at it than I did. So,
smart man. Yeah.
In an industry like this, let me tell you something that is has got so many ups and downs. They do a bang up job.
So you guys are the right guys to ask. You know, truckers are struggling right now. What's some best advice so that they get out and get some good freight, some good paying freight? Any advice for them, sir?
Man, I would just say right now, just do a good job and survive. And then, we try to utilize carriers that do a good job for us, and we would rather go back to them instead of posting our loads to the board and giving it to somebody else.
That's really good.
And we usually would rather pay a little bit higher of a rate for somebody to do a good job than somebody that would not. So
That's good advice. How about you, sir?
I'll kind of echo what he said. Build relationships, do a good job, and utilize the brokers that you have in place right now to get some more money.
Yeah, I love it. No, I appreciate you guys.
Yeah.
That's sound advice.
Hey, I got a question for Matt over here.
Oh, geez.
So, no, and because this is something that, there's going to be a lot of brokers, carriers, owner-operators watching this. And if you could give one piece of advice when you're trying to approach a new customer, what would you suggest to them? Hey, you got this customer you're wanting to do business with. What's the best way to maybe just get in the door with them? You've done this a lot. Throw some advice their way. So.
From the onset, I would just be completely honest and transparent. Sell yourself and don't oversell. Don't commit to things that you can't do, and just be honest and upfront throughout the whole process, and that'll win you more business in the long run than anything.
I love that.
Sure.
That's good. Anything to add?
man, just like he said, just take care of your customers. No matter what, customer comes first. If you do that, you'll survive in this industry. For
Love
sure.
it. No, I appreciate you guys. Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys.
All right, let's go. So over here is our break room, and this, I think this room gets used more than anything. So
This is the room I'd be using.
Yeah, so they cleaned it up because they kind of knew you was coming, so normally you'll see a lot more donuts and barbecue and all kinds of stuff there and everything out here. So it looks a little better in here than what it normally does. So.
Mm-hmm.
All right. let's go ahead and step upstairs.
Yeah, let's do it. You're providing a lot of people a lot of jobs out here, brother.
Man, I tell you what, people a lot of times they'll say, well, I work for General or I work for ART. They don't work for us. They work with us. And I know a lot of companies say that, but they don't practice what they preach. And I don't like people saying they work for me. They're working for themselves. They're working for their family. You know, they're working to make things better. They don't come to do this just because they just love it. They do it because they're trying to provide more and better for their family. And at the end of the day, we try to help them do that. And that's whether you're talking company drivers, owner operators, account managers, fleet managers, whatever. We try to provide a home for everybody.
It's good.
Okay, I think you know one of these guys.
Yeah.
So you know Fabio.
All right, guys. So when you guys watch this, one of them plays basketball, one of them doesn't. I'll give you guys a clue. Maybe him. How you doing, brother? How you doing?
Doing pretty good. How about you?
What's going on, brother?
How are you, man?
Yeah, good. So what's new? I'm here.
Just problems.
Problems?
Just problems.
Even in the technology. So John and Fabio are on our IT side of things, and even in technology in transportation, there's always hiccups, problems, and so as soon as you think you got everything figured out, something happens or there's a new scam out there, and so they spend a lot of their times just trying to help us and Claudia fight the double brokers, the scammers, and just like we was talking about, they created a fake DAT Connect for people to log into so they could get usernames and passwords. They're the ones that figured this out, and so and sent that information in, and so they spend a lot of their day and time just trying to fight that kind of stuff. So
well, we appreciate you.
Yep.
Well,
No.
we try.
Yeah. No, thank you so much.
Absolutely.
It's awesome.
All right. And now I'll show you my office. So this is my personal office here.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, you know, it is a nice office, and I don't get to spend a whole lot of time here. I'm usually down in operations on our asset side, but it's not always been this way. So my very first office, I'm gonna grab a picture real quick here.
Yeah, grab me a picture.
I don't know if it'll show up on the camera or not.
Let's see it.
But my very first office was this building right here.
Yeah.
And the entire building was about the size of this room. and that's no joke. Matter of fact, it was small. It was the walls were made out of formerly used garage door panels. And this guy bought it at auction, built this building, and rented it out for $300 a month, which at the time I thought was a fortune. But what's funny was it wasn't very well put together. The roof, everything. And so when it was going to rain, I had 5 spots painted on the floor that if I knew it was going to rain, I had these 5-gallon buckets I'd have to put on those spots to catch the water coming through the roof. One of them was in the bathroom, and if you were using the restroom, your legs had to straddle the bucket. So, and that is no joke.
Hey, those come from, real times here, and,
absolutely.
I appreciate you walking us around. Thanks for taking the time with that. Thanks for sharing your story. The big thing at the end of this is, these drivers, these truckers, these owner operators, we need a little inspiration in a time where it just seems so dark, and what do you got before we end this video?
Well, the big thing about this is truck drivers, carriers, they're some of the hardest working people out there. And the things that we have to go through in our industry is a lot of times ridiculous. You got shippers who are almost aggravated that you're on site. You got receivers that treat you like trash. A lot of times they don't have the facilities, restrooms, parking, stuff like that you need. You're always getting hunted down by the DOT. You've got these 4-wheelers that are out on the road, that just don't have a clue how to drive around trucks. And as you're going down the highway, you see signs, hit by a truck, call us, let's sue them. The industry we're in is so tough. It's a daunting task. And I've never drove. So I don't want to claim that I know what they're going through out on the road, but I know it's not easy. And so my advice to them is keep your head up. You guys, and not just guys, girls, y'all are highway heroes. Each and every one of y'all do a great job. I'm so proud to be part of this industry. And I was in the military before I did this, and that was a brotherhood of individuals. And I come into this industry, and it's the same way. I can meet a person that's from Indiana, never spoke to them before in my life. They're in transportation, and we're dealing with the same issues, the same ups and downs. And so the one common denominator that I've found in successful individuals is they always have heart, they always have passion, and no matter what, they keep moving forward. Even if they have to step backwards, they still keep going forward. And so just day in, day out, grind it out. Be safe out there, take care of your family, do the right things, and it'll all come together. And you're going to have setbacks. Twice, in the last 18 years, we've almost gone under. So just know it's not always easy. It's not always good, but you'll come out on top if you keep pushing. So
Love it, brother. I appreciate you.
Absolutely.
You're my man. Yes, sir.